Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we are going to have a look at the Gauss Pistol. Now the Gauss Pistol is a weapon I have tried before, and honestly I wasn't a fan. My biggest complaint is that it's very buggy in VATS. Either it would miss high percentage shots over and over again, or it would connect with the enemy, you'd see damage numbers pop up, but it wouldn't affect the health bar at all. So that can be very frustrating. So I've seen a number of comments from people recently that say they like the gun, that it's one of their favorite weapons. So that had me wondering maybe if we had the right combination of effects, it would be a better experience. And VATS Hit Chance was really the one I was thinking about because there are other guns like the hunting rifle, for example. It can be a bit buggy in VATS, but if you have VATS Hit Chance on that, it makes the experience much better. And so it had me wondering if that would be the same case with the Gauss Pistol. So I crafted a whole bunch of them, and this was what I got. It's only a 2-star, but I did want Aristocrats as well. That is one of my favorite effects. So Aristocrats and VATS Hit Chance is a great combination. No 3rd star, so we aren't getting something like reduced AP or faster reload, anything like that, but this should be good enough. Now I do have it modified with a Vicious Receiver, which gives us bonus critical damage. I was torn between this and a Prime Receiver. Prime gives more damage, but this gives more critical damage. I'm not sure it's going to make a huge difference, but this is the direction that I went. We do have a suppressed barrel, so we can do our sneak attacks. I'm just doing the standard magazine. 18 capacity is fine. The higher capacity magazine would actually increase our AP cost, and I think it reduces the reload speed as well, and I just don't need it. Reflex sight for the reduced AP cost. And we have this special issue paint. No idea where it came from, but it will keep it out of the script machine. As far as the perks go, I do have follow through maxed out, so that will help with our sneak attack damage. This is a natively explosive weapon, so I do have Grenadier, so we can get an increased radius on the explosions. And I have Demolition Expert as well because of the explosive damage. Now, one thing that has changed since the last time I used this weapon is that the science perks now boost the damage. So I have maximum rank of all 3 science perks to give us a little bit of extra boost. And this is a semi-automatic pistol, so it benefits from the gunslinger perks. Now, I don't have room to max all of them out, but I have rank 1, 2, and 3 of the gunslinger perks. We also have Bloody Mess, which gives us a little bit of extra damage. And I will be doing critical hits, so I do have critical savvy and better criticals. I'm also using Sweetwater Special Blend, and if you combine that with Party Boy, it gives us triple the benefit on top of what I get from Herbivore, so I'm getting plus 12 to my perception, which should also help with that VATS accuracy. So I do have Speed Demon, which will help those reloads, Herbivore, which I already mentioned, Eagle Eyes, which will give me extra critical damage, as well as a little bit of extra perception, Bird Bones, which will help with our stealth and our AP. So you can see Sweetwater Special Blend plus 12 perception. I'm also using Sweet Mutfruit Tea for extra critical hit damage. So this is my first time trying this gun. I crafted it and I have not used it since then. So we'll see how it goes. Pretty good damage. I don't know if, let's see. Can't really see in third person if I'm actually charging those shots all the way. Yeah, first person shows, so it takes about that long to charge. I don't really want to play it in first person. That's not how I like to play pistols, but a fully charged one should do, okay, not as much damage as I was hoping. And I had a critical hit I wasn't using. Part of the problem with this weapon is it does take, well, I don't know if it's a problem, but one thing with this weapon, it does take a little bit of, kind of have to train yourself just because it is a different, there's a critical hit, not a full charge for sure. You kind of have to operate this in a different kind of way. Now I'm in danger. The range on these is pretty low, so sometimes you will have to get closer to enemies than you probably would otherwise want to. Let's see, there is, do I have a critical? I do. All right, look at that, single shot. So we're actually getting, all right. I can definitely see the effects of VATS Hit Chance. Percentages are definitely higher from the normal. Okay, get back here. There we go. All right, so the damage is pretty good. I'm not really a fan of the charge, but so with the Gauss shotgun and the Gauss rifle, you can actually do pretty decent damage, even if it's not fully charged. And from what I remember, that's not the case with this weapon. Let's just see. If I do a critical hit, yeah, even, yeah, so if I don't fully charge it, even with the explosive damage, it still just doesn't do enough. You do have to do either a full charge or a partial charge, but it does require some level of charging to get really good damage out of this. And I don't actually mind the charge mechanic. That's not something I've ever had an issue with. I mean, that's what it is. It's a charging weapon. So I'm not going to use a charging weapon and complain that I have to charge it. My issue has always been just with VATS. It's just been super buggy in VATS, but let's see here. Definitely, let's see. Probably be okay for tagging in events, I guess. I mean, because I have Grenadier and Demo expert. Splash damage, if I'm just spamming shots, splash damage could actually be decent. I mean, you could fire this pretty quickly. I mean, not super fast, but I mean, that was about as fast as I could pull the trigger. So you can actually fire this pretty quickly. So I imagine for a tagging weapon in events, it actually could be pretty decent. All right, here we go. Another victim. Yeah, this is doing okay. Critical hit to him, and there's that. Okay. Pretty good. So, I mean, so far, so good. I'm kind of happy with how this is performing so far. All right, let's see how we do from a distance. We'll do a critical on the thruster. Whoa, nice. Yeah, it's pretty nice damage numbers, especially considering we're probably outside of the normal range. The range on this is only 120, I think. No, correction. Range is only 102, so it is pretty short range. So that VATS Hit Chance really is coming in handy so far. Now, the downside about a weapon that requires a full charge to do good damage is that you really don't want to use it outside of stealth, because if you just get mobbed by enemies, that's pretty nice. It wasn't a 95% chance on a super mutant's head, and I still, let's see, I have a critical. That should be a, yeah, this is performing pretty well. But the downside is that you do want to sneak with it. I think if you get discovered and you get mobbed, yeah, trying to charge up while enemies are hitting you can be kind of a pain. So this is definitely designed to be a stealth weapon combined with the short range. Wow, this is actually doing really well. Yeah, this is, those are shots in the past that may not have hit at all. So VATS Hit Chance definitely seems like it's making a really nice difference. We'll do a fully charged crit and that should just kill. A fully charged crit should basically kill any normal enemy. Oh, wow, yeah, this, when you charge this up, this thing is doing really nice damage. And while we're sneaking around, oh, there we go. And so far the splash damage doesn't really seem like, even when the enemy gets really close, like I don't seem to be taking a ton of splash damage. I don't have any special armor or anything that would help reduce that, like no effects or anything. So yeah, this is, so far this seems pretty good. No self damage, and I'm able to stealth pretty good. I mean, I was never in danger in any of those times. So far I like this. Another nice thing about this gun is, like with all the Gauss weapons, well, Gauss minigun's the exception, but with, say, the Gauss rifle or the Gauss shotgun, very ammo efficient, and this is no different at all. I started with 500 rounds, and I'm up to 575 already. So this is one of those ones you'll just build up your ammo supply over time, I think. All right, let's see how we do against Mirelurks. So far, that's not good. Okay. Kind of figured every time I connected, oh, okay, I guess there's a score challenge going as well for Mirelurks, so that's a good thing. I kind of figure a one-shot kill on, there we go. That's kind of what I expected. A one-shot kill, at least on the regular ones. I'm not sure about the Kings. The Kings tend to be pretty tanky, but I do have a critical going, so I'd actually be kind of interested to see how I do with a critical on a King, if I can find one. I saw one somewhere, showed up briefly in VATS. So all the Mirelurk Kings seem to have wandered off. I have no idea what the deal is there. I didn't find any bodies. So I guess it's just me and the Queen, at least that's how it looks. So if I could do a critical to the head, let's see what we can do. A fully charged critical to the head. That didn't really seem like that much damage. 499, probably, there we go, another critical. Oh yeah, we're doing, oh, there we go. Other ones want to come out to play. As long as I could stay hidden, okay. That is the downside of the short range. Now I do have some amount of poison resistance, but yeah, criticals. Oops, there we go. There's a little bit of the weird misses that you get from time to time. Yeah, the damage on this is actually really good. She just has a ton of health. There we go. That wasn't too bad at all. All right, time to test against the dragon and her minions. A little too far for that, but we're outside of range. We have a critical. This should be a kill. Yeah, look at that. So critical hits, doesn't matter the range, it still will do pretty nice damage, but yeah, with it flying, we're gonna have to get, if I can manually aim and hit something. No, even with manual aiming, it's just, yeah, not gonna happen. There we go. Just spamming some shots just to get her attention, so maybe she'll come and land for me, and I'm assuming there's minions, but I think there's a battle going on somewhere else. All right, here we go. Take out some minions, take out some, not ideal. Other enemies always get in the way, and now I'm in danger. See, there was some of the bugginess right there. That was a headshot, it registered damage, and nothing happened. Yep, again. Oh, twice. Okay, so VATS Hit Chance doesn't solve everything. That's, that bugginess is just kind of a, okay. kind of a thing. We got trenches and whatever. There we go. Critical hit took care of that, but geez, that's that is the frustrating thing. Kind of when you need it most. I mean, I'm in danger, I've discovered, so that is not the time I want to miss shots. Just trying to get her attention. This is not really going that well. I think I have a critical though. Well, that's pretty good. And yeah, well, okay, so when we hit, we make good damage, but yeah, I think range is affecting things a little bit. Woo, okay, I'm in caution, but so yeah, for a Scorch Beast fight, probably not the best weapon, especially if you don't land. Probably should be shooting the wings. That would be a much better option. I'm just so always, okay. Now she's just flying away. Oh, there she goes. She's landing again, and is that a critical? I don't know. There's other things in the area is the problem, so we'll just spam some shots. See how that does. Okay, so the explosion damage is doing some, and there we go. Wow, that was frustrating. She was flying around for quite a while before she landed. So this was a much better experience than when I've tried it in the past. So VATS Hit Chance definitely does make a difference. But as you saw, there are still some situations where VATS just refuses to work and enemies just don't take damage. And also the range, because it is so short, it is fairly limiting when you are fighting something that flies around. So I wouldn't want this as my only gun, but I could definitely see carrying this along other weapons because it does really nice damage and it's pretty fun. When it works, it's actually a very satisfying weapon. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit one of the buttons, and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.